Hi everybody, how's everybody doing tonight? Lisa is cold. I'm cold too. Our weather here has dropped drastically. It is freezing outside. Hey Patricia, how are you tonight, sweet friend? Hi Mylan. I'm so glad that you guys are all here with me this evening. We're going to make a fun little project that is inexpensive and hopefully it will turn out really nice. I'm going to go ahead and get started though because I have a lot of steps. So I'm going to show you guys how I make wall vases, and they're very, very simple to make and inexpensive. You're going to need your pine board, and this one is a 1x6 that he has cut and sanded for me, and you cut it to 18 inches, right?
True 5.5 inches.
5.5 inch board is the true size of it, but it's 18 inches long. So that is going to be the back of our wall vase. And then you're going to need a jar. And the one I kind of got a head start because when you're painting jars, they sometimes take a long time to dry. So I did go ahead and paint the one that I'm going to use, but this is actually just a small pickle jar that I saved. But depending on how big your board is, you can use a larger pickle jar. I save all kinds of jars. This is an olive jar. And I don't know what this one was. This might have been like a little mayonnaise jar, possibly, but you can use any type of jar that you want because it will, a lot of them will fit. Okay, so I'm going to probably go ahead and I'm going to paint the back of my board first. So I'm going to do the background in black, and I don't know how this is going to turn out exactly, but I kind of have it in my mind how I want it to turn out, but sometimes they don't end up looking perfect, but I'm going to go with a black background, but I'm also going to paint over it as well. I won't be painting the back of this. If anything, later on, if I decide to stain the back of it, then I'll just stain it, but I don't ever want to paint the back of anything that's going to be hanging up against a wall because your paint could rub off. Right, Ian? Mm-hmm. He told me that a long time ago. He's like, don't paint the backs of your signs. The last thing I want to do is get paint on the wall. My mom says it's freezing tonight. Is our weather supposed to be freezing here? It feels like it's freezing. I mean, it's rainy, it's cold.
It's supposed to go down to 29 tonight, I think.
Okay, Deborah said, she's in Missouri. Yeah. She said 30. That sounds right. Mm-hmm. Thank you for sprinkling, sharing. I don't know if I'm allowed to say sharing. I don't know why that is. But yeah, I think all of our nice warm weather is gone. But I'm not really ready to paint a bunch of winter stuff, so you'll probably see me making most of my crafts things that you can use all year round. That's the kind of stuff I like to make. I don't really like seasonal stuff as well.
Debbie Seitler jumped on. Good evening, Lori.
Hey, Debbie. So I'm painting my background black, as you can see, but I'm going to try to like brush on another coat of a different color on top of it.
Do you want to ask them if they want you to stay on afterwards for a few minutes after questions? Yeah. Would they rather you just end it like you end it?
We were talking about last week's video, and I feel like I kind of just jumped off because I'm always worried about going over an hour. I don't want to keep you guys on here that long, and I don't know, I know a lot of people like to go to bed and things like that, so I jumped off kind of abruptly. It was like, bye, see you later, I've gone over an hour, and then I was like, man, I should have stayed on and said hello and kind of talked for just a couple minutes before I left, so I apologize if I jumped off too fast. I'm just always worried about keeping you guys really long.
Tim Norton said, hey, Florian, and Timmy Bear.
Hey Kim, how are Tammy, hi, how are you? I've emailed you and I keep trying to send you messages and I can't get my messages to go through. So check your email for me. Let me see. I'm going to use, okay, so I actually am going to use a beige color over top of my board, but this is the same color as I started painting my jar with. And since jars need a couple of coats, I'm actually really wanting to paint this one in this moss green shade. So I'm going to do that. But this is also the color I'm going to use on my board. So I don't know how it'll look in the end, but hopefully it'll look okay. So another thing that I did, because I'm going to put flowers down in this jar, is I went ahead and stuck some of the floral foam down inside. So that is in there already, because once I start painting it, I don't want to sit here and mess with it too much while it's drying. So I went ahead and did that. So I'm going to go ahead and paint a shade of moss green from the Waverly. It's Waverly chalk paint. I need to get a big thing. This is so tiny. I need a big one. I need this shade and the celery green shade. I want to get that one too, and I don't have it.
Debbie said,
You need to scroll up a bit.
no.
I feel like I missed something.
No, Kim Melton got on and said, hey, Lori and Ian. Tammy Barron got on and said, good evening. And then you said something to her, and she said, okay, I
Yeah,
will.
she's going to check it out for
And
me.
Debbie said, I promise if I have to jump off, I will watch the replay again. And besides, I enjoy watching your craft and showing you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So I haven't painted on a jar in a long time. And it seems like the last time that I did this, it took me several coats. So I don't know how this is going to work. But I'm just going to try it for the sake of trying it for you guys.
Lisa said, Lisa Rohr said, what are you making?
It's a...
You hold that button?
No, not yet. It's a wall vase. Like you can put flowers in it, but the kind of flowers that I'm putting in, you probably wouldn't change them out or anything. Excuse me, anything like that. I don't like how that is looking. I'm gonna have to go with it though. Okay, so what I'm noticing is that my bottom paint is kind of bubbling up on me. So I might have to do something different because I don't want that to happen. You see what it's doing, Ian? Do you see it?
Yeah, you're pulling it up.
Yeah, I can't. So I might actually just put something around it. That kind of looks terrible. Actually, yeah, that's terrible. It might be the paint. I don't know. Let me see if we can hit it with the dryer. Sorry guys, this might be a little loud. Well, I don't know if this is going to work out. And it might need a chalk paint or something. But I'm going to set my jar over to the side for a few. I'm not loving that at all. But we'll come back to it. So I'm going to take my,
Kim Ewan got on and said, good evening.
Hey Kim, how are you? I'm just using a mist tinted paint. This is a beige color. I hope I don't regret this. I don't know how, can you get that open? I don't know if this is going to look very good. Yeah, well, it's kind of like a beigey color. So I was going to try to just brush it on and not put it on really thick. So I'm going to sit here and play with this for a little bit. I want the black to show through the back of it. Hey Leslie, how are you tonight?
Said I'm late, but I'm here.
I was just going to do white in the background, but I don't know. I don't know how this is going to look, guys.
Leslie, Kennedy said I'm good with my grandkids and my best friend. Lisa Lewis said I like the distressed look.
I do too, and that's what I was going for, but I haven't really painted like this in a while. So, yeah, but I'm going to come back to the front again. Like I said, I'm not going to paint the back of it. I'm going to have to put a little bit more on the front because that is not how I want it to look.
As I said, what are you creating tonight?
It is going to be a wall vase. That's the only thing I can think to pull it. So you will need one of these hangers, metal hanger. I found these, I think I found these in the garden section of like, I've had this a long time, but I think you can find them in like the lawn and garden section of like Lowe's or any home improvement store should be able to find them. I'm not loving my jar though. I just have this little pickle jar and my paint is not sticking to it very well.
As I said, I'm sure it would be great. It was always on.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I guess it wouldn't be real crafting if you didn't make mistakes and all that. I'm totally painting right through on my, I have to clean that up afterwards.
What was it Bob Ross said? Happy little mistakes.
Happy accidents.
I guess that's probably good. Good for that. You could say that.
I doubt it. I am making a mess over here though. Yeah, so my jar is looking mighty ugly, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. What do you think, Ian? It looked better before I put the chalk paint on it. I really wanted the green color, but that looks terrible. I'm going to try to put another coat.
Yeah,
I'm just going to leave it at that because I'm going to hit it with the sander anyways. Okay. Move this out of the way. Oops. I don't know. I don't know if it'll work if I try to put another coat on, but I might as well. Let's try it. So, for all of you that are watching that paint on glass, what do you do first? Because I can't remember. It's been a while since. That's what I'm wondering. Is it best to, like, this is just going to be something that you leave inside. So it's not going to be anything that's going to be in any kind of weather. So once it's painted, it should be fine. But if I'm painting on glass, what do you guys usually do? Do you spray it with something first? I guess I've just been lucky before because if you let the coats dry, I know it usually works pretty well. But this one I had just started today and I only put one coat on it.
Lisa said she sprays hers with the sealer first, and Deborah says she puts Mod Podge on it first.
Yeah, that's a good idea too.
And Lisa said matte sealer.
To do that before you ever paint? So I'm trying to be gentle because of my paint not sticking on my jar very well right now because I'm not letting the coats dry really well in between. I may have to do something different with this one. Cover up some of this terrible paint. Okay, get the other ones and show them what I'm trying to do here. I have a couple that I've already done in the past that work really, really well, but this jar is looking not so great. It's looking kind of crazy. So this is one that I have in my bathroom. I actually made 2 of these, and this jar worked out really, really well, and I just painted it blue, and then I sealed it. But this is what I'm trying to make this evening. So this is one in my master bathroom, and then I have another one. I like making these, so I have another one in my, that is in my other bathroom. And this one is just the stained board, and then the little vase in the jar with the flowers. So you see what I'm trying to make? I'm just trying to show you how I made those. But I definitely had let my jar dry enough. So you may or may not get done with it.
Lisa said you could always do a light dry brush of a different color. Then you went through the flowers. Joanne said cute, and Lisa said very cute.
I actually think I'm going to maybe put something around the middle of it. I was going to stencil on it, but it doesn't look smooth enough to do that, so I might have to do something different.
Never said you might try painting the glass using a sponge instead of a brush. It covers better.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe a first coat of primer on it would have been a good idea.
Well, I was trying to do that with the other coat of paint, kind of. It might be okay once it's dry.
Yeah.
It's starting to look better. So I'm going to stick it to the side.
That's a good one. Lisa said a little decoupage, keep napkin on it.
Yep, I thought about that too.
Kim Wagner said, hey guys, well, you got that.
I Got what?
Ribbon on it.
So I have these stencils. I've used a couple of them on a previous video. Where's my, oh, here it is. So these are some that you would use with floral projects and stuff. So that one says fresh cut flowers. I don't know if you can see it. I'm waiting to see it. There's like a delay on my screen, so you can't really see it really well. But it says fresh cut flowers. And this one says bloom where you're planted. I'm trying to turn it where you guys can see it, but I don't think you can see it very well. And this one says plant, grow, and bloom. And these are like 3x4s. And this one says stay wild. And that was the one I was going to use tonight, if I get that far. Hey, Mother. That's my mom. She just jumped on. So I was thinking about having the jar, using the Stay Wild on the jar, but I'm not sure if my jar is going to turn out right, so I don't know. And if you want a set of these, $6 shipped, just send me a message and I'll get you a set for $6. I'll send them. I've been sending the little sets in envelopes, so I don't have to charge a bunch for shipping or anything, because I don't have to send it in a box. I need that Bare Premium stain. I'm going to stain over this in a second. I'm going to go ahead and sand my edges of this. I'll probably make a mess, but that's okay. Whoops. Sorry, guys. It flew out of my hand. Getting carried away. I would normally take this out to my shop and really sand this good with the electric sander. I would not sit here and do this. So I would recommend using your electric sander if you have one, because this takes far too long and way too much elbow grease.
Madison jumped on, so what are you working on?
Hey, Maddie, I'm making a wall vase. I'm making a wall vase. Hopefully it'll turn out. I need like stronger sandpaper or something. Maybe I need to flip this over. Give me one of those blocks behind you. It might have a stronger. Those aren't stronger?
Not even enough fit in there.
No, at this point. Need a better sander right now. This thing is like not staying in my hand. Like the ones in your kitchen. What do we have in the kitchen? I don't think I have any in my kitchen. No, I think I'm trying to pull the, let me show them what's going on here.
I had a red bench in the porch door.
Oh, I took that one down. That was one that I got from Cracker Barrel, actually, which was really cute, but I don't have that in my kitchen anymore. Okay, so I'm trying to sand it enough so you pull the wood grain back through the board a little bit. If I was using my other sander, I would have it pulled back through already. So I'm just trying to just stress it enough to do that anyways. Nah, I think it's almost good enough. What do you think? I'm gonna need a glove, or a couple of gloves if I use the stain. Alright, so I think that that's good enough. I'm gonna have to get me some more paper towels too.
Two gloves or one?
Actually, let me sand that edge a little bit. Never mind, I ain't standing no more with that thing. I can't keep it in my hands. I cannot keep that thing in my hands tonight. It keeps flying out. Okay, so I have my distress board.
Mom said let Ian sing it, and I said yeah, let me sing it.
That's okay. I'm gonna get more paper towels. Got a big mess. Okay.
Leslie said I saw the picture of your fruit stand. Looks good. Joanne said looks good, and Leslie said very nice. Fruit stand.
Oh, are you talking about my apple butter that I made? I don't have my fruit stand yet. If you're talking about my farm stand, he's still working on that. It's out in the shop, so hopefully we'll have that ready soon, right? Can I get another glove? Please. But I did make some apple butter, and I shared my mom's recipe because it was her recipe. And then I decided to make sweet potato butter, and I finished that today, and I think it tastes really good. Ian, on the other hand, he said he didn't want it on his biscuits, right?
Correct.
He just can't seem to think about eating sweet potatoes for breakfast, I guess.
Joanne said looks good. Leslie said very nice, and Tammy said love the distress book.
Thank you. I'm just hoping that my jar turns out. I'm going to probably try to go ahead and stencil on it and just go with it, and we'll just see what happens. Just because. So I'm going to take my t-shirt here and my Early American stain, and I'm going to stain over this board.
Leslie said I thought I saw a picture of y'all at a fruit stand. Sorry. Must have been someone else. Kim Wagner said it would turn out this fine.
Well, we did go to an orchard a couple weeks ago, but I don't think we were at a fruit stand. But I would love to be at a fruit stand. I love farmers markets and all that kind of stuff. That's where I would be if I could be somewhere, I guess, and somewhere where I could get some fresh fruit. I love farmers markets and all that. So I'm just staining over my board, over my paint. I'm not going to do the back of this one though, because I don't want the stain or the paint to come off on someone's wall, whether it's my wall or somebody else's. I normally just keep all of his old t-shirts and things, and I can cut them up, and that's what I use for my rags to stain signs. I hope you guys can hear us okay, because our furnace is running right now.
We're in the maintenance room. Right.
We are. He set me up this little crafting area in our basement, so we are right in our basement maintenance room. There's no way I would flip this camera around and show you guys all of our storage down here and stuff. But yeah, we're right by the furnace. Okay, so once I have it all stained, I'm gonna really wipe it down pretty good, because I don't want a lot of excess stain on it, because if you have a lot of extra, it will take forever to dry.
You done?
Yep, I'm done with that.
There we go.
Good. My furnace kicked off. So I'm just taking my t-shirt and wiping back over it to get any extra off. One thing I didn't do though yet is I didn't attach the hanger. So, okay, so this kind of has more of a primitive like look.
Lisa said I keep freezing up and I keep trying to hop on.
So it kind of darkened up the board a little bit. Kind of gave it like an old barnwood kind of look. So that's kind of what I'm going for.
Deborah said, what does your shirt say? Says, we are not descending from fearful men.
Can you guys hear him? Okay. Wait, I'm gonna leave this alone. I'm gonna dry this just a little bit before I dry it.
Are you gonna glaze your jar or
yeah.
like coat your jar?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. After I'm gonna go ahead and try to stencil in.
Joanne said I like the stain. Deborah Snyder said I love it, and Leslie said great shirt.
Okay, so to get this look, what I did was I painted my board black, and then I kind of just brushed on the lighter color. You can get the same look with an off-white paint, gray, with a beige color. You can get the same kind of look. You just have to have your black in the background, and then you just brush on your other paint lightly, and then you have to then you have to sand back over the whole thing, because you want to pull that wood grain back through your paint. And then, oh yeah, I'm going to need the gloves for that. So you want that wood grain to show back through your paint.
For that way you're hanging your hand?
Yeah. In a minute, because I'm going to go back to my jar. I think that's going to be the front of, I think that's going to have to be my front. Right there. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and stencil on my little jar. I really want to move this out of the way. I don't know what that is. Oh yeah! Thank you so much, Ken. Thank you for the stars. Appreciate that. Okay. I'm trying to get this out of the way so you guys can still see what I'm doing with the jar.
Rebecca said hello.
Hey Rebecca, how are you? Alright, so I'm going to stencil on this side. And I'm going to use the little stencil that says Stay Wild. I don't know if it'll really match really well, but that's the one I want to use. So I don't think I'm not going to use the tape. What I'm going to do is just hold it down.
You don't want two little pieces?
Yeah, I'm sure. Because I'm having an awful time with the paint on this jar. I don't think it would be a good idea. But I'm wondering if I should paint it in black or if I should paint it in the gray color.
I'll take that.
But my flowers are not going to be dark. Okay, he says black. I'm just going to go with the black.
No piece of tape?
I don't want any tape. Because I don't want to use the tape because I'm afraid that it might peel up.
Deborah Snyder said black too.
Okay, sounds good. Just going to take a little bit of black paint on my little plastic tray. And we'll make a wedge down on here. Dab it in my paint, dab it off really, really good. And I'm just going to, these fit, the little stencils do fit the jars quite well. I had a friend asking me the other day if she would be able to stencil like on glass. And of course you can stencil on glass. No, I'm good. So you can stencil on glass, that's for sure. One thing that I noticed, if you're stenciling like a window, you want to use white paint. That's just a little tidbit of information, because if you are just stenciling on a clear glass window, you will never see the paint if you stencil in black.
Jennifer jumped on and said, I'm going to try it.
That's her. She's the one that asked me. I'm glad you're on here, Jennifer. I didn't know if you'd be watching, but see, you can. You can stencil on your bottle like you were. She was asking me about a glass bottle. So if your paint is dark, though, you're going to want white paint, of course. Or if your bottle is dark, say it's like an old brown bottle or something like that, then you're going to want light paint. If it's clear, you're going to want white paint or off-white paint. So it's working pretty good to just hold the stencil down. I would normally tape it down if my jar was really, really dry, but I'm really afraid that the tape would just peel my paint back up off my jar. So I'm going to go over this like twice.
Jennifer said, I just got to figure out what stencil Jalen wants to need.
Okay, sounds good. You guys would have to have a craft night and figure it out. Figure out how to stencil. It's so easy. I'm gonna have to fill in bridges because the writing is very delicate on this one. So I need to fill in the bridges for sure. And since my jar is curved, it's going to look better in a minute after I fill in the bridges. I just have to find a little brush. Okay. Go back and fill in the bridges. Just need a really nice little paintbrush and a steady hand. Last time I said that, somebody asked me where she could buy a steady hand. I thought that was funny. I don't have any of those for sale. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to concentrate because they're tiny little bridges and stuff, and I don't want to mess them up.
Jennifer said practice patience. Patience, like that.
You guys are probably practicing patience right now watching me.
Your sister Jennifer said hi.
Hey Lisa! Are you feeling better, Lisa? She wasn't feeling well tonight. She said she was going to go to bed instead of watch me.
She said a bit.
A bit. Are you coming down for Thanksgiving, Lisa? Or up? You coming up?
She said yes, I'm up still.
She's down in Georgia.
Charlie said, Rebecca's saying Charlie said hi and that he wants to come over.
Tonight? He'd come over like Friday.
Lisa said no.
Aw, I'm sad. Don't you normally come up on Thanksgiving?
Rebecca said no way, we are getting ready for bed.
Yeah, he can't come up tonight. We still have to eat dinner. I'm like over painting this, you guys. It started with my bridges and it's kind of got out of hand because it's really delicate lines, so I was going over some of them.
Lisa said, I think I may have to work the days before. Rebecca said, I think he just wants gum, bubble gum.
He probably does. I have a gumball machine that I set up on the counter, and all my nephews, because I don't have any little nieces that really get in them. Not yet anyways. But they're always in that gumball machine. Man, I'm having a hard time with this tonight. Almost done. Just looking a little crazy. Okay, so it doesn't look very good, does it? I know, I'm my own worst critic.
Rebecca said, what you making?
I'm making a wall vase. So there we go. There we go. Can you guys see it? Okay, so I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to have to go over it with a polyacrylic. So let me just...
Can you put your holes on your board? Rebecca said cute. Joanne said love it.
The polyacrylic might tear this up, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. That might be a disaster too. I should probably go ahead and paint it, though, shouldn't I? And then do the holes. so it can be drying a little bit. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this polyacrylic and I'm going to brush over this, and hopefully I don't tear it up in the process. Because I don't have a way to spray any sealer on it, and I think I'm going to try the back of the jar first, see if it just like really makes it look crazy. Okay. That's the back of the jar.
It's like in the jar.
It is a little bit. One thing about polyacrylic, it will smear your paint, but it dries like lightning fast. Did I just drip some?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I don't want that to happen on the front. So hopefully, makes me nervous using it.
Don't go over too much.
I'm not trying to. It's a really good sealer, but it will smear your paint if you're not careful. Alright, I hope that dries because that looks kind of crazy. I think I got it. I think I got it pretty good. So,
Good with that?
no, I'm going to paint the very bottom of it. I'm going to flip this upside down. And I'm going to paint the bottom. I'll go over the bottom of my jar. Okay. Good enough. It's going to be inside anyways. That's what I did with the other ones, and it worked out pretty good. So, alright. So I'm going to go back to this, and I got to figure out where I want to put my hanger. I'm going to just put it... I don't know how far I did my other one now. Let me measure really quickly and see how far. About 2 inches down. And these are just... Alright. So, I think I'm going to actually maybe go down to...
Rebecca said I'm getting off. Can't wait to see the replay. Looks very cute so far. The stencil looks good in the video. Pauline said hello. Pauline with PS Creations and Craft.
Hi, Pauline. How are you? Thank you for coming on tonight. I need my pencil. Wait, sometimes I'm prepared and sometimes I'm not. Where's my pencil at? Oh, here it is. Never mind, I found it. Hi, Joanne.
We'll have to watch the replay.
Thank you.
So far. Good night.
Thank you so much. I think I'm just going to go the top of it. I'm going to do 2 inches. Just take it down to 2 inches on the top. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to make a little mark right there. Yep. Keep slipping off. Right there. So it's going to be over 2 3/4 and 2 inches down from the top.
You said good. I'm good, thanks, and you're welcome.
So I'm just going to line this up.
Joanne said I'll have to watch the replay. Love it so far. Good night.
Good night, Joanne. I'm going to just mark right through the holes. Boy, an hour goes by so fast. So I'm going to take my drill and I'm going to pre-drill some holes here for my screws so I don't tear up the pine board. I don't need it very deep though, do I? Is this the smallest drill bit you could find? Watch me go all the way through. I'm not trying to tear it up. What happened there?
It's just a, this is supposed to be a counter so you can
Okay,
screw
here, wait.
in. That's good.
All right. That's good. Okay. So we didn't want to tear up the board when we put the screws in it. I was kind of just eyeballing that. I'll let you put that on there. You want to put it on there? Never mind, I'll put it on there.
Hubby needs to stand up so we can read his shirt. Kathy from the Crow's Nest. And Lisa says, yikes, another video with power tools. Watch out, Ian. The video, or the shirt says, we are not descendant from fearful men. All right.
Oh. You guys want to see my shirt? It says my family tree has a deer stand in it. You hear my dogs. They think I'm...
Kathy said, love that. Lisa says, full shirt in. And Kathy Sheep says, of course.
Okay. So this is almost dry completely. I'm going to go ahead and dry it a little bit with the dryer.
Deborah said both are full shirt.
Thank you guys for sticking out with me, sticking this out, because I know that I'm going slow. So I'm going to take some jute. This is how I'm going to hang it up. Just kind of looking. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to figure out, I think I'm just going to cut a piece.
Lisa said, yep. The family tree definitely has a tree stand in.
Yep.
Yep.
Far down. I think that'd be okay. Think that'd be okay? Because I'm going to have flowers on the top anyways. So you just kind of have to eyeball how much string you want. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to put a little bit of hot glue on this side. No, I'm not wearing those pink things. I probably should. It probably would help. Those pink things. These things. I don't even... I had... The last time that I wore these pink things, I forgot to use them anyways. So, okay. Yeah, it is. Because I'm always burning my fingers. I'm going to go to this side. And put a little bit on that side as well.
You know, wait, look and make sure you're going to end up with your glasses.
Yeah. It's okay. It's not going to be perfect. That kicks in. Okay.
You need to push it down.
You're right. You're right. Okay. I'm going to wrap it.
You need to make it kind of hang right.
Yeah, it's going to hang right. It's going to. I'm going to start this.
Lisa said, oh, is that what those are for? I thought those pink fingers, too, for paper, the count papers at school.
I have no idea. I thought they were for hot glue, but they might be for counting papers.
What does the thing say?
I don't know. What's it say?
Finger protectors.
They're finger protectors. There you go.
Protectors de Dijon.
Alright, so I'm just going to take the jute and wrap it around my jar. I'm going to try to hide all the ugly top of my jar.
Kimmy said love the jute holder, and Lisa said no, they were in the craft section. How did you get that? I mean, if you just go over the top there.
Yeah, it just fits Down over the jute twine.
Where'd you get that at?
Honestly, I don't remember. I got it off of some website. It was some decor website, and I can't remember the name of it. It's been a really long time ago. But I liked it. It's pretty cool.
You land the jute or something?
Yep, I am. Okay, I'm going to end it on the back side of my jar. So I'm going to cut that off. Get that out of the way. Really, all I have to do is put some flowers in here, guys, and then we'll be done. So, I still have a few people watching. Thank you, guys. Make sure that you comment, because I'm going to give away a set of stencils. I forgot to say that earlier, but I know that some people were commenting anyways. So if you're on still and you comment, I'm going to give a set of these away.
Deborah's telling Lisa you need to get some tacky fingers to use county paper. Works great and leaves no residue on the finger.
Sounds like a plan. Okay, so we have the little jar. And it should stay put. Got a little...
Tammy's asking, could you stencil sayings on burlap and glue to the front of the jar?
I think you could probably do that. I would say if you're going to stencil on burlap, you need to get stencils that are like bold letters. So I have some flowers. I'm going to put some flowers in it and then we'll be done. Because when you're stenciling on burlap, what I've noticed before is that it just won't show up unless your stencils have bold letters. So I'm going to use... Yeah, I got some right. I got some over here. Just going to put some little flowers in here. Kind of like that spiky looking one.
Leslie said, oh, that's so cute. Dana said, looks great. I think it's wonderful. Your husband helps you out.
Aww.
And Lisa said, where's he?
He's pretty wonderful.
We left the dogs upstairs. After the last two videos, we left the dogs upstairs.
You didn't hear him barking? They can hear me talking to somebody down here and they want to know what's going on. So I kind of picked out some like yellow and mainly yellowish brown.
Diana said, I love it so far.
Thank you.
Dana said, you use acrylic paint on the jar.
I actually used, I think this is just latex paint. I used like latex paint and I then went back with chalk paint. Definitely you want to let it dry really well in between your coats because since I was hurrying tonight and not letting it dry in between my coats, I had some parts of my jar the paint did smear. Yeah, that's okay. It'll be in the back. We got a little smear on the jar anyways. I know. It's hard when the videos are live to go really quickly with them. So I'm sorry to keep you guys. I'm almost done, I promise. I feel like it needs something else.
Deborah said you're fine.
Thank you, I appreciate that. You know, what do you think? Does it need anything else before I show them? I think it. Oh, wait, that's okay. Maybe this. Okay. So what do you guys think? You kind of got to move your jute around the flower so when you attach it, it will stay and hang right. So you got it like that. And I'm going to hang it up now.
As I said, looks great. Grandkids are hollering for me. I love you. What you're making, and it's beautiful.
Thank
Deborah
you.
said I think it's very pretty. Dana said that's beautiful.
Okay, there we go. The one thing that we haven't done is we didn't put a hanger on the back. And I would probably recommend doing that before you put this hanger on the front. Because we're going to have a fun time putting the hanger on the back. But I think it actually turned out a lot better than I had envisioned when I was starting the project. So I'm glad that I went ahead and used a stencil on it too, because I think it turned out good. You can kind of move it around so it's not crooked and all that. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. I hope I'm not missing anybody's comments.
Said cute, and Deborah said, Ian said, yeah. That's not loud.
Oh, thank you so much for the stars. I appreciate you so much, Tammy. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Deborah. And thank you to everyone who came on tonight and hung out with us. So we will be back on, if all goes as planned, next Sunday night at 7 Central. That's what time we normally come on.
And you're doing your going?
Yep. I will go back through the comments and write everybody's names down and then draw for a set of these little flower stencils. So I will message you if you win. So if you are on live right now and you see that red box, go ahead and make a comment on the video to get entered into the drawing. Because I will draw tonight right after the video is over, and then I will message you if you win. So thank you all. Thank you for coming on.
Jennifer said looks great and you make it look easy. Deborah said have a blessed night. Candy said have a great night. Kim said I love it. Ramon said good night.
Good night, everybody. I love you all. You guys make my day. I've met so many good friends, my little online friends, and great customers. So you absolutely could use real flowers if you wanted to. I've actually seen people make them where they just use even just a regular clear jar. And then you could just put water in it and use fresh flowers. So yeah, you could do that as well. They're so easy and very inexpensive. So like I was saying at the beginning of the video, make sure that you keep your pickle jars and little jars like that, because that's all this is. It's just a little pickle jar. Do you want to go turn it off for me, hon? I can't stop the camera because it's too far away. I can't reach it. So have a good night, everybody. Really appreciate each one of you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah,